My fellow Americans, I sit before you today as a reluctant son of America, born from a complex tapestry of history and identity. My blood carries the stories of enslaved ancestors and slave owners, indigenous roots in foreign lands my feet have never touched. My family has faced incarceration, disability, and relentless hard work. I am Black, queer, and have faced my own battles with health and justice. But these intersections are not my focus. They are the backdrop to a much larger narrative, the story of our collective struggle and our shared vision for a better future. We find ourselves at a crossroads. The mechanisms of checks and balances, the pillars of our democracy, have been systematically eroded. The highest court in the land, once a symbol of justice, now teeters on the brink of mutiny and treason. The damage is done, and the fear of what lies ahead is palpable. But we must remember that fear alone cannot drive us. We must act, and we must demand better. The strategy I present today is not just my vision. It is the culmination of the voices, dreams, and tireless efforts of those who have come before me and those who stand with us now. This strategy is a clarion call to all who believe in justice, equity, and the preservation of democracy. We must begin by acknowledging the deep-seated injustices that plagued our nation since its inception. From the horrors of slavery and Jim Crow to the ongoing genocide in support of oppressive regimes, America has often strayed from its ideals. Our country has become a commodity bought and sold by the greediest among us, shaped to suit their interest over the common good. We demand immediate action to reclaim our democracy. President Joe Biden, with respect for his service, must retire, and Kamala Harris must step up as the lead candidate with a clear mandate from the people. Her leadership must be guided by a strategy developed by marginalized community leaders and social change facilitators. Her running mate must be vetted and approved by the people. We call for the recall and investigation of Supreme Court justices who have participated in insurrection. Our highest court must be held accountable to restore public trust and integrity. Our economic system must be overhauled. We need to integrate cryptocurrencies, manage natural resources for the common good, and dismantle the unjust credit system. Healthcare and housing must be guaranteed for all. We must invest heavily in mental health resources and support alternative care. We must amplify and invest in community-based organizations like BEAM, which provide healing tools and spaces for those impacted by systemic violence and neglect. Local organizations with aligned missions will form task forces and coalitions, receiving the necessary funds and support to make real change. We must launch a nationwide campaign to combat historical disinformation and promote a unified and loving humanity. Corporations and individuals who have accumulated vast wealth must lead in contributing to those efforts. We need a radical shift in how we approach housing and resource management. There are thousands of abandoned properties that can be repurposed to house the homeless. We will cultivate services and support, ensuring that no one is left without shelter or resources. This is not just a plan, it is a model for the world. Our educational system must be reimagined. Educators at all levels must be well compensated and supported. We need to foster environments where creativity, critical thinking, and innovation are encouraged and nurtured. This is not a time for complacency. It is a time for unprecedented measures. We must resist, demand, and build the future we envision. Contact your representatives and demand they support these measures. Engage in local advocacy and vote with purpose. Ensure that your vote reflects these demands and support candidates committed to real change. In closing, I invite you to buy into this strategy and hold our leaders accountable. This is our collective moment to birth solutions, to resist, and to demand a just and equitable future. Together, we can restore democracy and build a society where justice and equity are the cornerstones. Let us rise to this occasion with the revolutionary spirit of those who came before us. Let us be didactic, strategic, and unyielding in our pursuit of justice. Our future depends on it. Thank you.